Hi there, it's Chrissy Key Rollins here, and it is such an honor to be here and contribute to this amazing Mompreneur Strategy Summit. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, I am an intuitive mindset and self-healing coach that works with conscious entrepreneurs. And my passion is teaching conscious entrepreneurs a simple, repeatable process to anchor into your confidence so that you can take action with peace of mind in your ability to attract clients and create a consistent income doing what you love. And this is my 11th year in business as a mompreneur. Well, I guess my 4th year as a mompreneur. My daughter is 4 years old. And I started my business with a vision to be able to create something that makes an impact in the world, that gives me something to just be me instead of a mom or a wife, and to also create a consistent income to contribute and to support my family that works around my family being top priority. And when I first got started in my entrepreneurial pursuits, I had some amazing mentors that came in. They were very driven, type A people, do whatever it takes to get it done. And I found such a hard time implementing the systems that they brought to the table because I just found myself to be a bit too sensitive to do the whatever it takes, get 100 rejections before you get the one yes. And I just wouldn't do anything in my business that didn't feel good to me or to the person that I was connecting with. So over the years, I have developed my own system to create consistent results. And what I really love about this system is that not only does it allow you to create the income that you want in the hours that you want so that you can keep your family as a top priority, but it really allows you to take your own approach to your business, one that is aligned with your authentic self. And when you can line yourself up with your mission, with your passion and your calling, and find the system that is right for you, then you can really leverage that to no end. And that's what I love to do, is to help other entrepreneurs, especially us mamas, get out of the hustle mentality because quite frankly, we're moms. We're hustling all the time and we don't have extra energy to put in any more time hustling. And we definitely don't have any of the time, money, or energy to spend doing things that aren't going to get us results. So what I help my clients do is to get in touch with your intuition, to fall crazy in love with yourself, to align yourself as your best business partner, and learn how to take unstoppable action in your business that feels good and that gets authentic results. And what I wanted to share with you on this summit is what I am referring to as my 3 pillars to effortless action. When I made the switch to doing more of my business online, I was inundated and surrounded by all these entrepreneurs that just seemed to naturally show up and be consistent and really just make a powerful impact. And it seems so easy for them. And I'm like, what is going on here? And the old model of doing things, we observe everything on that physical level. We watch somebody's actions as they move from point A to point B, and then we replicate the actions that they take. But that's only a part of the picture. In fact, that's only like 20% of what's really going on to bring about those results. To get the same results that you see other leaders getting, you have to tap into that unseen 80% of what it really takes to create effortless action. And again, we're moms. We're spread thin. We have a lot on our plate, and we like having a lot on our plate because we want it all, and we can have it all, but we have to find the system that works right for us. And when I teach you these 3 pillars of effortless action, you'll be able to keep these pillars in place no matter what you do. And then the action that you take or don't take in your business is going to bring you more results, more peace of mind, and more consistency. So let's dive into those 3 pillars. And with each of these, I'm going to give you an amazing, simple integration step so that you can just really hit the ground running after you watch this training video. And that is really the gift that I bring to the table, is to take these out there elusive concepts and make them very practical, very tangible, and very actionable, and that anybody can take on and do. And you can try them on for yourself to make sure that they feel really good for you. So the first pillar of this effortless action is self-love. Self-love has been something that has revolutionized my life, my relationship with my husband, my interactions with other people, and also my business. And we don't always correlate self-love as a business building strategy, but I promise you, if you just implement this one strategy, it can make all the difference in your business, in how you show up, in the energy that you bring when you show up. Learning to become your best business partner is like having that built-in support system so that you never have to rely on other people to champion you on or to join your team before you can make a big impact. And when you think about it this way, if you are showing up consistently and meeting with a business partner on a daily basis that was always pointing out your shortcomings, showing you how you weren't measuring up, or pointing out, everything that you're doing wrong, it wouldn't be very inspiring and motivating, and you probably wouldn't do whatever it took to make sure that that person succeeded. Well, the same thing is true whenever you show up on your own in your business. So begin to pay attention to your self-talk and how you interact with yourself throughout your day. Are you being supportive of the actions that you're taking, or are you spending more of your time and energy lamenting and, kind of self-deprecating because you're not getting everything done that you think that you should be doing? Begin to pay attention to that self-talk. Get super committed to seeing this through for you. And then also begin to celebrate yourself. Begin to celebrate who you are, everything you've accomplished to this point, and begin to celebrate every step as you go forward. And my favorite self-love practice that I use on a daily basis, it is free. Anybody can do it. And it only takes a second. And it is one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself. And for anybody out there that's watching this that struggles with consistent self-care, focus on self-love, and the self-care will begin to take care of itself. So this self-love exercise that I use on a daily basis is just telling myself three little words that I give to every other person in my life that I love. So it only makes sense to give that to myself as well. And those three little words, you probably already guessed, is I love you. And one I love you every day can really change your life, your experience of yourself, and your business. Start implementing it today. Watch it take hold and watch it transform your life. It's very subtle. It's very simple. You really have no excuses not to implement this. And I really encourage you, don't bypass it, because at the end of the day, you're going to go through whatever you're going to go through. So why not love yourself along the way? And if I love you feels a little bit strange to start with, maybe you need to add in a couple thank yous, I'm sorries, I forgive yous. Maybe there's a few other things that you need to be telling yourself before you can really receive the I love yous. But stay consistent with it and you'll begin to soak them in. My second pillar of effortless action is self-trust. Now, self-trust is huge when it comes to entrepreneurship. I mean, this is kind of a solo mission. Even if you have other supportive people around you, at the end of the day, it's really up to what you do and what shifts you can create within yourself to align yourself up with your future vision. And the number one reason why we don't take action is because we don't have confidence. And confidence is determined by our level of self-trust. When we trust ourselves, we become in this new level of confidence, and we can become really unshakable. And one of the best ways to build your self-trust is to begin to follow through. So if you have some unfinished tasks that are laying around, follow through on those. When you don't show up whenever you say that you're going to, and you don't follow through on the things that you say to yourself that you're going to do, you chip away at that self-trust. So if you want to build that self-trust up, start with the I love yous, because that's really going to be the precursor to get you to follow through. But as you follow through, that's going to build your self-trust. And self-trust just paves the way to confidence. It is like the thing that hits right before that confidence comes shining through. So it's also the reason why you procrastinate. So if you're having a big cycle of procrastination, take a look at your self-trust. You don't need to do more cattle prodding. You don't need to do more, motivating type stuff. Start with the self-love. That'll lead to the self-trust. And this is where the journey really begins. So again, simple integration step. Start to take stillness every day before you take action. Again, this can be 30 seconds of stillness. I'm not talking about meditating for half an hour. That's cool. If you do that, I'm going to invite you to stop meditating for half an hour and trade that up for 1 minute or 30 seconds of connecting to your internal self. Say, self, how are you doing today? I love you. You're looking awesome. What do you really want to do today? And just be still and silent and see what comes forward. Maybe something will come forward. Maybe nothing will come forward. But regardless, once that 30 seconds or a minute is up, you move forward into your day. Now, a lot of times whenever I do this, something will come forward that's really on my heart that I want to take action on. And then I build my self-trust by following through on that action. And I stay detached from the results. I just see wherever it leads me. And it's pretty remarkable whenever I take this action. The other thing that can happen is nothing at all. And whenever that happens, that's okay. That's perfect. Then I can move into my day, and somewhere throughout my day, something will pop up that will be that voice from within that's finally making its way through. So, simple integration step for building that self trust. Take that moment of silence before you take action, and stillness before you take action, and then act on what comes through in that stillness. Okay, my third pillar for effortless action is self value. Being connected to your self-worth and value is really the only thing you have to do in order to attract clients and create consistent income. It is such a powerful piece of the puzzle, but really these are the pillars of effortless action. So you need all three in place to really support that level of what looks like to other people effortless action, and what will feel like to you effortless action. Because it's not just about getting in touch with what it is that you want to do and then sitting back and letting it happen. But it's also not about just doing action, 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 and staying busy to get results. In fact, action doesn't even lead to results. And if you're interested in finding out more about that concept, definitely plug into some of my other trainings, which I'll tell you about after I wrap up this particular one. So when you know that that's what's laying underneath the surface, anytime that you find yourself struggling in the actions that you take, efforting in the actions that you take, or just not feeling good in the actions that you take, you can come back to these three pillars, see how strong they are, see how you can strengthen them, practice the integration steps. So again, self-love was the first pillar. Simple integration step, daily I love you. I like to say it first thing in the morning and last thing at night before I go to sleep. It just really taps into that subconscious mind, and your life will begin to change in very subtle but very powerful ways. The second pillar is self-trust, which is what paves the way to confidence. And I invite you to practice the simple integration step of just taking 1 minute of stillness before you take action. And then the last pillar is oh so important, and it's that self-value piece. You're not afraid of what you think that you're afraid of. Your fear lies in making it on the other side of that and finding out that you're not enough. When you get rock solid, connected to your worth and your value, you will easily take action, knowing that on the other side, no matter what physical results appear around you or not, that it is not a reflection of your worth and your value. And when you can get detached from needing things as a physical proof or evidence of your worth and your value, then it's a lot easier to bring those things into your life. So a simple integration step for that last piece of the puzzle for self-value is to take time to list out all of your intrinsic values. What is the value that you hold just being you? So there might be like 50,000 coaches in the world. I don't know these numbers, but there's dozens of coaches. There's hundreds of different service practitioners that offer something like what you do. What makes you different, unique, not more qualified, but what makes it more impactful that it's you that's delivering the work that you do? And then also take time to remove yourself from your work and say, if everybody in the world, if all their needs were met, if there was nothing left for me to do in service to another, what value do I bring to the table then? When you can get in touch with your heart of service, your power and skill of being an active listener, of your compassion for other people, and all the intrinsic values that you hold just uniquely and purposefully, perfectly being you, then you can run down that list of all that value before you have any kind of sales conversation. And asking for people to invest will become easy, natural, and it will be so much easier for you to ask for those big numbers of investment and still really feel like you're worthy and deserving of receiving it, and that number is nothing compared to your true worth and value. So it just makes this whole game a lot easier. I hope that you found these tips super valuable. I use them every day in my own practice, and they really are what has kept me in that 5% that makes it past those first couple of years in business. And I hope that you'll integrate them and try them out and let me know, how do they work for you? Did you find them impactful? Was this helpful for you? And what kind of results did you find on the other side? All of life comes down to what is the experience that you are having of you. And when you can be super connected to your self-love, when you can have a super level of self-trust, and you can be anchored into your self-worth and your self-value, you'll have an amazing experience of you no matter what is happening in the physical world around you. And it will just make everything more full, more rich, and then just a lot more enjoyable experience. If you like this and you want to stay plugged into this way of thinking and have some more tips on how to have kind of get away from the hustle mentality and more into aligning and receiving, which I find as conscious entrepreneurs, we don't need to learn how to give. Mamas, you know how to give. It's our turn to learn how to receive. And I'm very passionate about helping people connect to their intuition, build an unshakable level of self-confidence and self-trust, and to be able to let this be easy and bring consistent results. So you can join me over. I have a Facebook group, the Consciouspreneur Club. I'd love to invite you there. I'm sure Allison's going to be providing you with the links for that. You can also visit my website at holisticrestoration.com. I would love to invite you, if you're watching this video and you're a mompreneur, you'd like to find out some more, or if you would like to get some clarity around what it is that you have going, where it is that you want to be, and what challenges you need to overcome to get there, I would love to invite you to engage in a complimentary total clarity breakthrough session with me. You'll get 45 minutes to an hour of my time where I will hold the space for your deepest desires to come through and for you to self-identify exactly what next step is best for you in moving towards those goals and those dreams. I'd love to help you to get that clarity. I'd love you to help you to get that confidence into place. And if you're looking for more support and more community to connect with, definitely reach out to me. I'd love to get you connected. Thanks for watching this training. I hope it's been super helpful. Definitely find me on Facebook and online. You can find me, Chrissy Key Rollins, on Facebook, or you can visit me at the Consciouspreneur Club. I'd love to see you there. All right, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of this amazing summit. Bye-bye, Mama.